Hello there folks and welcome back to Malmo. We're here on group stage. It's day 3 of the group stage, or round 3 rather, and we've had a couple of glamour ties. We even managed to win one of them, didn't we, against Milan last time out. Quite the win, you can see it there, 4-0 at the San Siro. They'll be out for revenge when they visit the Swedbank in December, but before that we've got the less glamorous opportunities to take points off Krasnodar. This is a big opportunity for us. We're away first, so they'll have a home atmosphere, unlike, well, not too dissimilar perhaps to ours. Since we dispatched Milan, we've played 2 away games. Dalkurd winning 5-0 and 2-0 away at Elfsborg. Very close proximity to each other as well. Like you can see, Friday the 19th, Sunday the 21st, and then Wednesday the 24th. So we had to juggle around the team a little bit. Today's team should be pretty much full strength, hopefully. You can see injuries were picked up in the game against Elfsborg to Endorm and Ulari, but those two sort of bit part players at best, second string at most at this point. So catch me pitch side in just a minute. We'll run through the teams and hopefully we can continue our march to what we hope will be Champions League qualification. Although we did hope that last season and that didn't quite work out. But we'll stick with it this year. Fingers crossed for a miracle. See you pitch side in just a second. So there are the teams then. It is full strength for us. Rosenberg's recovered from his injuries, so he's back in the team with Jezza up front and Hurler on the left side of attack. Mangala and Bashiru continue. Dykes and Vinheim in the fullback positions with Gul, Nielsen and Brawson in defence. For our opponents, Krasnodar, they've got a few players you might recognise. They've also got a regen, or a new gen, in Maitsev, but they've also got Kabore, Kleisen, Pereira, Mamiev and Chaloff up front. As I say, players you recognise, certainly probably more so than what we've got, apart from maybe Mangala, but fingers crossed. Let's say we expect nothing from win. This is a team that we can beat, although, again, let's not ignore the fact that they are pretty high profile in Russia, and Russia is further up the chain of command in Europe than Sweden in terms of European pedigree at this. I'm blathering on because I'm a little bit nervous about this whole encounter, to be quite honest. You can see, I think, before we've kicked off, Milan have already beaten Manchester City, so that really does weirdly open up the group. Odd. So we find ourselves down in 3rd position, and that would be progress and success. But here come the green team of Krasnodar. Dykes goes forward there, Rosenberg. Lays it out left now to Lucas Hurler, and Lucas Hurler inside 7 minutes gives us the goal, gives us the lead in Russia. 1 goal to the good. I thought we were guilty of overplaying, but that ball out from Dykes, he finds Rosenberg waiting, and that's a great ball out to Lucas Hurler, and he needs no second invitation to go forward on goal. The group table there hasn't updated, but we should have. I don't know if we will move up, to be honest. We were second, but we'll see. We're actually top of the goddamn group. Rosenberg. Oh, what a back heel, and Jezza. Fine save from Sosa in the Krasnodar goal. I thought it was a corner, but it's a throw-in. Gomez picks it up now. Shishkin, and cleared away. And we should be able to counter here. Hurler sends Jezza out onto this left side. Gets across his man and shoots. Didn't need to shoot. Rosenberg was lurking. Would have been nicer to see him square that ball to Rosenberg. And a free kick now just off the edge of the D. And it comes to Mamiev, to Gomez, Kabore, Pereira. They're moving in a front 4 when they do attack, but Mitchell Dykes there doing well and breaks up the play. Mangala goes long to Rosenberg. And if we can get our front 3 moving, we have every chance here. And it's Lucas Hurler. It takes a fine stop, but he was offside anyway, Lucas Hurler, so it wouldn't have counted. It's all going off in this last 10 minutes or so, isn't it? Bashiru, Gökhan Gül, Dykes tries to send it through, but Shishkin says no. Strandberg, they've got their own Strandberg. They try and play it long, but we're going to mop that up all day. Jezza tries to feed it through, but doesn't come off. And that's unfortunate. Nielsen's tackle falls back against him, and it's in off the crossbar for Maurizio Pereira. A little bit unfortunate with the way it went through, but a good run and a fine finish. So it's 1-1 again. Oh, again? 1-1. You can see there, Nielsen wins the ball, but, well, he plays himself out of position. And Pereira, it's a fine finish. Fine finish. I thought we might have got away with it when it hit the bar, but it bounced in and down. And Mamiev now, corner ball. It might have been just the encouragement that Krasnodar needed. So as much as this is a good opportunity for us, equally so, a great opportunity for Krasnodar to get points. And Kabore, Strandberg, or S. Strandberg, I don't know who it is. And they're moving the ball quite neatly. You see they're absolutely bossing us in terms of possession. So they know how to look after the ball. They obviously play a certain way. And they could be in here, and they are. Chelov hits the bar, and this time we get away with it. A corner given. Clearance out there by our defenders. And, well, good thing Dragowski was in front of that, because that could have sneaked its way in. We just need to get our foot on the ball a bit, to be honest. Vinheim goes long. Jezza might be able to get there. He does, uses his strength and strikes, and it takes a decent save from Sosa. We've had good opportunities. 3 clear cuts from our chances. We've only had 5 shots on goal. 3 of them clear cuts. We probably should be in a bit of a more comfortable position than a tie at this stage. But, well, having said that, then we're quite fortunate perhaps to go in with a tie at the break. Okangul will send this down, and that will be the half-time whistle. 1-1, Lucas Hurler's early goal cancelled out by Maurizio Pereira. That's interesting. It's finely balanced. I think we'll say that to the boys. If we can dig in deep, we can take the win here and get points. And you can see how important these points could be. It would almost, I don't want to say guarantee 3rd place, but it would certainly put us in the driving seat with the home game against Krasnodar to come. This is effectively a knockout game over 2 legs. I mean, that's a dive. Clayson penalised. Well, Vinheim adjudged to a foul. Clayson throw in now from Dykes and headed away. Dear me, we don't look comfortable in this game. Given how we destroyed the mighty Milan, I was hoping for better, to be quite honest. Some of the passing has been absolutely appalling. You see possession, as I say, 37%, and it's off the post again. Krasnodar can probably feel a little bit gutted that they're not leading this game. We're going to make a change. Jez has not been the man today, 6.3 from him. We're going to get Carlos Strandberg on, so the Strandberg against the Strandberg. And fingers crossed he can provide a bit of it. And it's found its way in. It's an own goal from Mangala. It hit him and then went in off the goalkeeper, off Dragowski. Couldn't keep it out. Pereira's ball. We sort of cleared it. Mangala, it was clear, it hit into him. A disappointing performance, it's got to be said. Really disappointing so far. A really good start as well, but we've just melted away. Strandberg might find his way in. And, Sosa made some great saves in the first half and then decided to return he must have thought that was his Strandberg and laid it on for him. So yeah, a bit odd that we find ourselves back in the game. I don't think we're not playing particularly well. This is really odd from Sosa. Whether he thought, well, no, I thought he might have been thinking he was going to carry it out of the box, but no, that can't be true. Vinheim on the throw in. Rosenberg really slack. Krasnodar have withdrawn all front men. If we could get a move on and get the ball back, because, I mean, their man's approaching here, lass. Anyway, Dragowski. Out to Gokangul. To Dykes now. We've moved it across the pitch quite nicely, but it's how we deal with this. And we don't deal with it in any way at all. Mamiev. And suddenly now, from what seemed to be a decent opportunity to get forward, we've sacrificed possession and attack. This is a concern, a big concern. We're going to pause there for a minute. I'm just going to review what changes we can make. You see, Mangala's not having a great game, but equally so, Bashiru's off his game. We're going to bring on Miguel Raicinho for Mangala. And I think we can make one more... Well, I don't think we can make one more change. We can make one more change, but we're going to hold off for now. We're just going to get Raicinho on. And straight from that, we get 20 minutes to play, and a highlight begins. Vinheim. Bashiru stabs it through to Rosenberg. And Strandberg's gone down under the challenge from Strandberg. I don't think they're related. Probably not. A penalty. So from out of nowhere, we had the chance to move back into the lead. Marcus Rosenberg. I think it came past me, to be honest. Good Lord, Marcus. I mean, if I had another striker on the bench, I'd probably just take you off. For as much as you've been a 7.8 player, that was simply appalling. We don't have a left back. We have got an injury to the backup man, who I struggle to remember the name of, Benaku. So we're going to leave him out there. We could bring on Lucas Kubler, but Vinheim, Kubler's just I'm going to do it, but every time we bring on Kubler, things go south. So we're going to ask the boys to get creative. That was an opportunity to win the game through that penalty from Rosenberg, and he absolutely thrashed at it. Well, there's 2 minutes to play, and there's likely to be an opportunity. Strandberg, the green, collects this clearance and goes long, and, well, it looks as though Krasnodar are going to seize the opportunity. Pereira just threads that one wide. I think Krasnodar have been better than us, but the truth will, the real test will now come in that home game, because that's going to be the knockout game. If we beat them there, then we'll move on to 7 points. They won't be able to catch us in reality, and it'll mean that we will at least qualify for Europa League football from our Champions League group, which obviously isn't the aim. But when you're Malmo and down there, that is sort of progress. And crossed in, wasn't a bad ball in, but we couldn't convert the chance. And there's Kubler showing his qualities. And suddenly you start to concern. No, it's a 2-2 draw. We had the opportunity to win the game through Marcus Rosenberg, but he decided to balloon that one into the upper echelons of the Earth's atmosphere. We'll tell the boys that they did well. I mean, we did do well to avoid defeat. A Russian team away is always a difficult opportunity. So a good draw in the end. Just disappointing the way we played, to be honest, given how we played in Milan. But there we go. So the next time out, obviously we'll wrap up the Allsvenskan. There's 3 games left. Don't mean anything. And then the 3 Champions League games back to back should be quite an interesting affair. We return for the Krasnodar game. That's effectively, as I say, a knockout game at this point, a Europa League qualifier, apart from anything else. But you never know. We might be able to steal something. If we can get a point at Man City, then we might have a chance of going second. And if we can beat Milan again, then we really will do. So do pop a like on there for me. Subscribe as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you again on the next video for the second game against Krasnodar. Looking forward to that. Take care and goodbye.